They would feel it 1,000 times over. Oh, I believe it. Trump don't do nothing but lie. Everything that comes flying out of his mouth, true royal queen, everything that comes from that man is a straight up lie. I got to the point I don't even pay. To me, Trump is a form of entertaining shellfish, and they don't want to give up that stuff. And that's stupid. You weren't supposed to be eating that shit in the first place. Right. You do what you have to do. On your time, the Lady of Soul, on your time, you don't deal with them, plain and simple. You stay away from them. You don't have to interact with them 24 hours a day. Yeah, Lord Maul, I'm telling you, when Trump talks, I don't even take that man seriously. I really don't. Well, yeah, the shellfish are there to clean the ocean. You got to have scavengers in the ocean to clean everything up, for cleaning up any of the junk that's in the ocean. When you eat them, then you're throwing off the entire ecosystem in the ocean. So now the ocean is not being properly cleaned up by the animals that are supposed to do the cleaning, because you decided to pull them all out of the ocean and eat them. Well, they believe, that's one thing. White people believe that they are the only ones smart enough to lead. But when you look at their leadership over the past 5 decades, just being here in America, they've been on a decline since the 1950s. You can look this up yourself. It's right out there on the internet. They've been on the decline since the 50s. And from that point on, they've really been going downhill. And you also got to look at their legacy over in Europe. They were doing so poorly at running Europe. The Moors went in there because they asked the Moors to come in and lead. Go look at the history. They had to ask the Moors to come in and run those European countries because they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. That's why the Moors were in there. And then they came to America, and the only way they can rule is with a gun and threats. Oh, well, you niggers, you get out of place. Look at that. Listen to how they talk to us. Listen to how they talk to us. You niggas get out of place. We gonna do this. And the cops killed you, but you deserved it. Look at how they talk to us. That people became lazy because we wanted to get paid for our labor. We no longer wanted to do it for free. Yeah, they do. They do for now, but the Most High is phasing them out. My greatness. That's why their birth rate is low. He's phasing them out. They're being purged off of this planet. Yeah, they are. I mean, True Royal, they will risk everything. They'll put their racist rant on the internet and not think about the fact that eventually their employer is going to see that racist rant and they're going to get fired, but they don't seem to care. They keep doing it over and over and over. They themselves are doing it too. Yeah, Caliph of the Most High, that is very true. A lot of people don't know that. Well, the automobile itself came from Black people. That is a Black invention. In fact, they said the models that Ford put out were very flimsy and had a lot of problems, but they've been in charge for so long, they truly believe. No, no. When George Bush was president, did you really think his leadership was the best? They don't lead in the best way. They never have. So when they say you can't live without the white man, yeah, we really could. Yes, we could. And we did show that all throughout history. That's why the white mob had to keep coming into Black towns and burning it down, because we were showing them we could live without them and they didn't like it. And we showed them many times. Black Wall Street was not the only time, Rosewood was not the only time. It was shown to them multiple times. That's why they burnt down 68 Black towns, because those towns were showing this white devil they could live without him. And he did not like it. Oh, yeah, yeah. They're fully aware of their coming demise. Many of them that's why you can occasionally see the articles that come out about their low birth rate, and they always kind of have in there, have more babies, because there's talking to them. But the bottom line is they can't have more babies. We are at the end. Okay. And you can best believe, once the Most High create the patents office and they stole virtually all the Black inventions. But here's the kicker: the Most High never allowed them to erase who the original inventor are. That's why you can still go out here on the internet and pull up a list of Black inventors. It still exists. So yeah, they may have done that, but this go to show you how stupid they were. If they were really smart, they would have wiped out all that information about who the original Black inventor was. They didn't. They didn't. We can still go out and see who created the refrigerator, the toilets, who invented the super soaker. All that stuff can still be found. All of it. So yeah, they might have invented the patents office, but they weren't smart. Thank you, video file 99. But they get no credit at all for any inventions, because they owned the slave. No, you don't get no credit for that shit. It goes to the slave and the slave only. Look, Jack Daniels came from a slave. Jack Daniels. And look, it's still being sold. That's why I'm telling you, everything that we invented has stood the test of time. Even the suitcase came there. You're right, because look at how they're killing each other. Every time we see a mass shooting, they crop up. Every single time, y'all. Every single time. They crop up every time. But our inventions are everywhere. The traffic light, um, everything. I mean, even when I was out the last time, a refrigerated truck went past me, and I was like, "Yeah, that came from us. That refrigerated truck. They would not be able to transport food if it wasn't for our people from one end of the country to the next. We were, it was a Black inventor that came up with that refrigerated truck. You know, they have been downplaying our inventions all this time. The ability to create was only given to the Most High's 12 tribes. It was never given to any of these heathens. The heathens can't do anything but duplicate. They're not creators. He only gave that ability to us. That's why you keep seeing it from us. There's a reason for that. He only gave it to us. No, Stephen, they didn't create anything. They can't. They really seriously can't. We have to create it and then they jump on it. That's the way they do it. To create it and then they jump on it. That's the way they do it. That's why to this day, they'll sit around talking about black people got low IQs, but that's how you're not the inferior beings that they're making you out to be. That's how when they copy you and saying the same thing that black people come up with, that's how you're not an inferior being like they're telling you. They're lying. Oh yeah, hey, somebody did a video and a Klansman had on dreadlocks, had dreads, and it was a Klansman. Come on. They copy everything we do. It doesn't matter. Yeah, they say nigger and anything we start saying, they go around and they start saying it too. And that's just the way it is. They always copied us. And then when we call them out on it, the new thing they start doing now is saying, "Oh, well, that's everybody's culture." No, it isn't. No, it isn't. Yeah, they've been, that's their way around it. Oh, well, that's everybody's culture. No, it isn't. If it came from the black community, that's ours. That's ours. Yeah, man, the white females are actually worse than anyone